Hi there, I'm John Shields from Chesapeake Bites, and I'm continuing my summertime cooking festival. One of the iconic foods of summertime is green tomato, fried green tomato. We've seen movies around fried green tomatoes, and they're traditionally thought of as a southern kind of meal. And just to remind you, the Chesapeake and Maryland is south of the Mason-Dixon, so a lot of the cooking techniques that we find in the Chesapeake were inherent in southern cooking. All right, so what is a green tomato? Well, a green tomato is a tomato that has not ripened, so it's pretty easy thing to do. So how do you fry a green tomato? Well, there's a couple of different ways. I'm going to show you the simplest, easiest way to do a fried tomato. I'll tell you some of the other ways that you can do it, but basically I'll just show you a really quick, theoretically simple way to do it. So what I'm doing first is taking out the core of the tomato. That's about the only thing you have to do to alter this. I just took the core out. Next thing I'm going to do is slice the tomato into kind of like big slices. I make them about a ½ inch thick is good. And get that like that. So this is kind of what you're looking at when you do it, somewhere around this size. Now, my grandmother and some other people, what they would do often is they would take these and put them in milk and let them sit for a little bit. Green tomatoes can be a little astringent, and so they felt that doing that helped a little bit with that. I found most of the tomatoes these days really don't need it, but you can try it at some point if you want to. I'm doing some flour with salt and pepper, basic thing like that. And for my fried green tomatoes, I just like them simple, like really simple. So I'm going to take and coat the tomato very well, and then I'm going to shake off the excess flour and put it right into, I used olive oil for this from DIMITRI olive oil over at the 32nd Street Farmers Market in Baltimore, which is just phenomenal. You can cook it in vegetable oil. A lot of people will put a little bit of bacon grease in it while they're frying it. Gives it a great taste. My grandmother and many of the grandmothers that I knew, on the top of our stove there would be a tin can because we cooked with bacon for almost everything, and they would take the bacon fat and put it into the can. So it would flavor stews, it would flavor things like if we were doing a fried green tomato. There you go. All right, so there we are. I may just take the tiniest bit of butter in here, add it to the olive oil, just give it a little bit of flavor. You don't want to fry it 100% in butter, because what happens if you do that, the butter will burn. And that's not what we're looking for when we're frying the tomato. So it's just going to take a couple of minutes on each side. I'd say probably 2 to 3 minutes on the first side. We want to get a good, nice, crisp part of the tomato. Okay, we're about 2.5 minutes in, and I'm going to look over here. Oh, look at that. We have a nice crispy coating on the tomato. I'm going to flip these little babies over. They're looking good. All right. I'm going to tell you something. Now, I probably shouldn't be pointing forks at you, but this is the important thing, and it's really secret. Only I know it. After you flip them over, get your sugar. Put the sugar all over top. And so this thing is going to kind of caramelize. And trust me, it tastes really, really good. All right, well, I gave it about another minute or so. Oh, looking beautiful. So what I want to do, what I always do when I fry anything, is I take it out, put it on some paper towels, let all the excess oil drain off. I'm going to get rid of my pot here real quick, like back here. And because it's you, I'm going to do something really, really special today. There's all kinds of things you could put. You could just eat the fried tomatoes as they are, or you could make a topping on it. Sometimes I like to do some fried okra with tomatoes and basil, make a little stew and put that over top of it. But this is the ultimate in Chesapeake fried green tomatoes. I'm going to take some lovely butter here from South Mountain Creamery, and we're just going to quickly melt that up. And then we have something from the Eastern Shore, J.M. Clayton crab meat. They're the oldest seafood packing company on the Chesapeake Bay. So we're going to bring them together with Joan Norman of One Straw Farm, her green tomatoes, to make the absolute ultimate topping. All right, so what I do, I have the butter melting. This is lump crab. Okay, you could use jumbo lump. Of course, you might have to mortgage your house. But the lump is a little less expensive, but it's absolutely wonderful. And we have to remember that Maryland crab meat is the best. There is nothing better. The Chesapeake, which is the largest estuary in North America, is the perfect breeding and living grounds for the blue crab. That brackish water and all the lovely plankton and things that they can eat produces what I believe, and I'm right, the best crab meat in the world. So got that. So I just put that right into, there we go, just a little bit of butter, crab meat. And remember, whenever you're doing things with crab meat, you don't have to cook it to death. It's already cooked. You can't get raw crab out of a crab. It has to be cooked to get the crab meat out of there. So obviously the folks down at J.M. Clayton did a lovely job steaming this for us. Now I think I might just put the touch of a little bit of salt and pepper in there. You don't need much because you got some of the salty flavors from the waters of the Chesapeake. And then right here, kind of at the end, I'm going to get the seeds out of my lemon here, or you could use a strainer, and just take a little bit of lemon juice. I did get a seed. There we go. A little bit of lemon juice. So what do we have? We have a lemon butter with Maryland crab meat. Nothing better. All right. So I'm just going to take this here, and we'll make a little trio of fried green tomato there, like so. Oh, I wish this was an odorama so you could smell it. It's delicious. Now I'm going to take this crab meat. I know it makes you want to cry, doesn't it? It does, me too. And this is some of the finest summer fare the Chesapeake has to offer. So as our Julia Child would say, bon appetit, and get ye to the farmer's market. Thanks so much for watching. We hope that you got some ideas to recreate in your own kitchen and learned a little something along the way. For more information on our common table and our mission to eat well, protect our environment, and rebuild the local food economy one dish at a time, check out our website and join us on social media.